Good afternoon, folks. Welcome to Tarot by Izzy from the Central Scotland. Thank you for your company today. Thank you for the comments you've been leaving, and thank you for the requests for readings. I've had a request for a Jussie Smollett, so I'll have a wee look at that next. I just need to find out who Jussie Smollett is. As I say, I don't get out much. Now, can I please ask that you read the description? These readings, these card interpretations won't stand up in a court of law. It's for entertainment purposes only. And I say laughs and giggles, but there are some serious subject matters we look at. And can I please ask if there's anything here that touches a nerve that impacts on your life, would it be mental health, well-being, physical, please contact a qualified professional. I am not qualified to give out that kind of information or guidance. Today we're going to be using the Light Seers Tarot and the Soul's Journey, just to get a wee clarification, to sum up the reading at the end. And I'm going to do a summary up of this week's Johnny Depp and Amber Heard trial. And again, it's going to be from the Amber Heard perspective. And as I say, it's allegations. It's allegedly only. It's not to be taken too seriously. So, as I say, the reason I'm taking it from Amber Heard's point of view is it's been mostly Johnny Depp's witnesses that have been giving evidence. And I want to see how she feels at the end of this week, how the summing up is. And there's been such a lot of witnesses trying to keep up with them all. So I'm going to do a 7-card hexagon spread like I usually do. And we'll ask the questions and receive what we get from there. I hope you enjoy this. Okay, we'll just cut the cards. We'll put that there. Okay, hopefully we can see this. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, we'll just pop those down there just now. Okay, so what I'm asking just now, what is currently underlying, what are the influences underlying Amber just now? What's affecting her? What's affecting her? How she's feeling at the end of this week after all that evidence? Okay, we have the Six of Swords. Six of Swords in the upright, and ordinarily that can be trying to get out of you could be trying to get out of troubled waters, you know, getting away, distancing yourself. It can be a transition, moving beyond a trauma, looking at the shadows of the past, the things that have happened in the past, and trying to move away from that. It can be a spiritual transition as well. And I think the things that have been revealed, or the allegations, the statements, and the evidence that's been revealed this week, it's given Amber Heard a lot to ruminate upon. And she may also be hoping that there's going to be support coming to help her as well in relation to this journey that she's been on, this emotional journey, physical journey, and well-being journey. This has had a big impact on her, and she's looking to see a way out of this, the troubled waters that she's in just now. Now, I'm trying to look at the different witnesses as well, and just asking Amber what she thought of this individual witness. So, if we talk about Terence Doherty, I think it was, I think he was the General Counsel of the ECLU, and what they were discussing was the donations that Amber Heard had said that the $7 million donation. She was going to donate to two charities, I believe. I don't recall off the top of my head what the two charities were. And this Terence Doherty had said that there were donations made to the ECLU of, I think it was $950,000 in total. I think, and again, don't quote me on it. 100,000 in Amber's name was from Johnny Depp, and allegedly $500,000 donation in Amber Heard's name was by Elon Musk. Now, please go and check those facts for yourself as well. So, how did Amber feel about these allegations being made in the court, where she had stated publicly that she was going to give $7 million divorce settlement to both charities, and Terence Doherty stating that they had received $950,000, $100,000 was in Amber Heard's name from Johnny Depp, $500,000 was in Amber Heard's name from Elon Musk, and whatever the odds, whatever's left, I can't recall where that came from as well. So, how did she feel about him giving this evidence? And then we have the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse, and the Pentacles is you're feeding the plants. It's almost, you can see you're growing the plant, and it can be projects, it can be money, it's coming to fruition. You're monitoring, you're watering it, and you're tending to it, and it's coming to fruition. It's like the gardener, looking after their plants, but in this case, it is the projects, and this is now into the reverse. So the Seven of Pentacles, as I say, ordinarily, is a positive card. It's looking at growing things, um, um, watering, and developing projects. But this has now flipped into the reverse. So obviously the reverse would then indicate it's going to be the opposite of the upright, that she felt frustrated with the evidence. She doesn't feel she had the patience to listen to what Terence Doherty was saying. She became quite frustrated. Her feeling, again, these are allegedly my card interpretation only, just in case they sue me. So this is how she viewed the evidence that's been given. She became frustrated because this could impact on any projects that she has as well. Losing faith in the relationship she had, and maybe not getting the rewards. And if the allegations are true and the evidence that was given, that the rewards that she did have, that she claimed she was going to give, it's now been exposed that she didn't do that, allegedly, according to the evidence. So if we then go to Edward White, and he was, or is, I'm not sure if he still is, Johnny's financial accountant. I think he's even higher than that, an actuary, business manager type thing. And he gave evidence along the lines that he was involved during the divorce proceedings. And some of the things he was alleging was that Amber Heard and her legal team had initially said they wanted, I think, $4 million, and $5 million, $6 million, $7 million. Allegations that no tax liability had to be paid. Allegations about wine. So I think it's quite disturbing for Amber, maybe uncomfortable for her to hear. So, what did she think about Johnny Depp's financial business manager? What did she think about the evidence he was giving? Oh, it's the Two of Wands in the reverse. So, she felt like, well, the options are closing down. when you've got this, you've got the Two of Wands, you're looking out, you're looking at the options, you're planning ahead, you've got the world there, you've got travel, you're deciding what you're going to do. Did she see this evidence that Edward White was giving? Was that this was impacting or has impacted any potential future projects, choices, and travel? Is a concern that maybe they'll be requested to pay something back? Goodness only knows. So there we have, we'll just double check that. As I say, it's the Two of Wands. Ordinarily, that's the choices card. And it looks like she's not going to have the choices that she thought she had initially. And it is, it is along the lines that, it's insecurity, worried, and stuck, and worried about how to take the next step following the information that, or the evidence, the allegations that Edward White made. So the choices, the discussions, opportunities and options she's having with her solicitors, her lawyers, is now flipped, and she's worried about how are we going to figure our way out of this. So I'd love to be a fly in the wall following that piece of evidence. Then if we move on to Malcolm, I think his name is Malcolm Connolly, and he is a protection officer. I don't know if he's still employed by Johnny Depp, but he gave evidence in relation to allegations that he saw Johnny Depp with bruising on his face. I think it's when he was on the honeymoon in Australia. He made other allegations about loud noises and arguments and things like that. And he made a quote that Johnny Depp either walked into a door or the door walked into him. I think he was being a wee bit flippant there, I have to say. And from the accent, I would say Scottish guy, which is wonderful. Glad to hear that. Good to see it was doing a bit for Scotland as well. So, what did she think about Malcolm Conley, the protection officer, who gave evidence about him claiming that he saw Johnny Depp with injuries on the honeymoon in Australia and on other incidents? Well, it's the Five of Wands, and the Five of Wands is fights and arguments. And I think she feels that in her mind it was just words, just a domestic, just what would Malcolm know? He doesn't understand. We were just, it's just banter. It's just feistiness. It's just getting things going. It's adding the spark. So I think that's how she viewed Malcolm, as not really understanding. He's only a protection officer. What would he know about relationships? And you need that vital spark to keep things going. So I think that's how she viewed Malcolm. And I think she might have been feeling, oh, I don't really need to be too concerned about him because of her personality, feeling that she doesn't need to be concerned with people necessarily of a lower rank. So while she maybe viewed it as, it's mental jousting and energy and, passion and jostling, whereas I don't think she's seeing that Malcolm, so in his opinion, it was overly competitive. It was infighting and arguments. So she saw it in the upright as being lovey dovey, and she didn't see that he saw it in the inverted. And as far as he was concerned, it was more than just friendly banter. So I think she's viewing that maybe not the way I would view it. But hey ho, I'm not Amber Heard. And then we move on to Starlin Jenkins. Now he was a personal chauffeur at the building, and I think he does personal detail as well at the building where Johnny Depp's penthouse is. And he wasn't in the building, I believe, my understanding, on the night of the incident of the um, alleged incident, and that he went into work the following day and he met with Amber Heard allegedly, and she allegedly, according to his evidence, told him that her and Johnny Depp had had a fight and that she'd thrown Johnny Depp's wallet and phone and things like that out of the window. Starlin Jenkins said that he then went and found the stuff and retrieved Johnny Depp's bits and pieces. So this is all allegedly that was said in the court case. So how does she feel about Starlin Jenkins, the personal chauffeur and personal security detail? What did you think about his evidence? The tower. So she viewed his as being more damaging, or maybe this is an accumulation of, we've had, the Terence Docherty, we've had the Edward fight, we've had the Malcolm Conley, and is this her just coming down and down? Think, oh my goodness, this is even more. So we'll have the tour. None with the tour things are just crashing and burning. It's coming to the ground, but there's always an opportunity to rebuild from that, and it's a major arcana. So by the time we got to Starlin Jenkins, it was like, oh my goodness, is there any more? What else is he going to say? Was she worried about anything else? Is there something else he knew that she may have been concerned about, allegedly, and in my opinion only? Was that why the tower suddenly fell down? Was she afraid of the unknown? Was she afraid of what else was going to come out? And it was she actually in denial of, because this can be an in denial card as well, that refusing to believe that anyone would believe Starlin Jenkins' evidence in relation to the incident, and she's hoping that people will avoid the tower is in the reverse, and she herself is refusing to believe that people would actually believe the evidence that Starlin Jenkins said. As I say, that's normally in the upright, you've got a chance to rebuild as well, but it's like in denial, still unknown, and that's where she was there in relation to Starlin. So, how does Amber Heard feel about all these allegations, and in particular the allegation concerning the rights and multiple rewrites allegedly for the Washington Post? Because this is the reason why we're in the defamation case at the Fairfax County, is because of that op-ed. And Amber Heard had said it did not refer to Johnny Depp. However, allegedly, according to the evidence, there were many rights and rewrites of the op-ed, and they intimated that she wanted, allegedly, more suggestive headlines or comments that this op-ed actually related to Johnny Depp. So, how did she feel about that comment? And we have Temperance in the reverse, and she was not happy. She was not happy that that was brought out. Temperance, you've got the balance there, and in the Rider-Waite, you would see this almost as an angel, and you might actually see some of the angel wings here on the outside. So on this individual, they're balanced, they're weighing things up, and it's almost like the infinity sign. And this went flipped into the reverse. Now, usually the reverse of the Temperance card can mean the devil. It can mean the devil, and I don't mean literally the devil themselves, but it can mean, you know, the devil energies, you know, just angry, um, that, you know, is she going to be judged in relation to the devil qualities like toxic personality? Are people going to view her as being toxic? Are they going to view her and judge her in relation to the evidence that's been put out concerning substances? So this flipped, and this is her major worry: is how is she going to be viewed? Is she going to be viewed as temperance in the reverse? Whereas what she wanted to be was, I would say, like the priestess in touch with her inner being, and this is not the case. This is her biggest fear: is how she and how that's going to impact actually on her future career as well, her well-being. This could actually impact her well-being as well. Um, Major impact all round. I would suggest. Um, how does she feel so far this week? This is impacting on her. How does she feel it's currently impacting on her? I think we've got an idea here, and we have the world. In the world, it's another major arcana, and it's being played out in the world for the world to see. This is the last thing that Amber Heard wanted. She did not want this played out in front of an audience. She did not want the world to see the ins and outs of what had been going on. Um, Ordinarily, this is a success card, and you know, traveling the world. She may well be traveling the world, but I would say I'm not going to read this as in the upright. Yet she may well go traveling, and it may be, you know, that what goes around comes around, that justice is coming her way, whatever that outcome may be, that she needs to stay focused and be aware that she is now next, because my understanding she's next. I don't know if she's on the stage. I'll take that back. In the witness box on Monday or Tuesday of next week. But she knows the impact so far is her concern of how she's being viewed, and next it's her, it's going to be centre stage. She is the one that's going to be giving evidence. This is allegedly only entertainment purposes only. I'm going to have a look at the soul's life journey, and let's just see what can Amber Heard take from this. What lesson can she take from this lesson card? And two jumped out there. We have regret. She can regret. I know that I cannot change the past. And we also have the change. I understand that nothing can grow or change without movement. If she can't change the past, maybe she has to take ownership and then look towards what kind of change can be done. Okay, folks, can I say thank you very much for joining me today. Can I please ask to make an old woman happy who's looking to do her bucket list and do Route 66 and the 6 degrees of separation? Can I please ask if you could kindly like, subscribe and share, and I do thank you for your company today. Take care. Bye.